You can see there's only 6 of you out here tonight, and that's because just moments ago the final house guest was evicted, the last member of the jury. What? Brittany, who do you think got evicted tonight?
Who do I think? I'm hoping that it was Danielle.
Why?
Brittany, come on.
Because I think that Ian and Dan are the most deserving of the final 3.
Frank, who do you think is going to be walking around the corner here?
I think you know who I hope it is, Julian, at the end. I don't think it will be, but I'd like to see him, of course.
Well, let's see if your hopes and dreams are realized. Juror number 7, come on out.
Oh. Serious.
All right, just so everybody knows, just moments ago, Ian won the final HOH, and Ian chose to evict Danielle. Jurors, in just a few moments, I will ask each of you to lock in your votes for who you want to win Big Brother. But before you do, you will have one last chance to question the final 2. Now, you've been asked as a group to come up with a set of questions for each finalist. Have you all agreed on the questions?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, let's get things started, shall we? Ian, Dan, in just a few moments, the jury will be voting for the person they want to see win Big Brother. But before they do, they have some questions for the 2 of you. Ashley, what is the first question from the jury?
Hey, Ian.
Hey, Ashley.
Hi. Okay, so you took credit for creating the Quack Pack.
Yes.
Do you think that you made your own decisions, or did you just do what the group wanted you to do?
No, I made my own decisions throughout the entire time with the Quack Pack. Part of me making that Quack Pack alliance was so that I could put my destiny into my own hands. So that's what I did. I didn't take what was given to me. I just took my destiny into my own hands.
I would totally disagree with that, but you didn't ask me the question. What? We made the decision for him. We had
You'll get your turn, trust me. Frank, what is your question from the jury?
Dan, we agree that lying and backstabbing are moves in this game that are oftentimes necessary. However, do you feel you crossed the line when you swore on the Bible or your wedding ring, and how do you justify doing so?
Yeah, you know, in this game, there's a lot of things I'm ashamed of, but in this game, I was forced to play a certain way. I had to play a ruthless game. I had to swear on my wife. I had to swear on the Bible. It's things I'm not proud of, but it got me to this point. So if I could take it back, would I? Yeah, I could probably have made the same moves without doing that, but at the same time, I was up to my elbows in blood. It's like, you know, I got to go to confession anyways, man, but I understand where you're coming from.
Thank you, Dan. Jen, you're up.
All right, Ian.
Yo.
I don't respect snitches in the game. Why should I award you $500,000 when you were playing Boogie, Frank, and me while in the Quack Pack?
Well, when I made the Quack Pack, I definitely had to go against my original alliance. But when that reset hit, I just wanted to take fate into my own hands. So I just tried to get the information that I could, sent it the right way, and used it to my advantage.
Thank you, Ian. Joe, your question from the jury?
Dan, you said you're up to your elbows in blood, yet you've only won 1 HOH. What blood are you talking about? And what are you trying to take credit for?
That's a great question. You know, out of the 6 or 7 jury members, I had to stab almost all of them in the back. Whether or not you guys realize that I use people to get power. Look at Shane. I convinced Danielle to use the veto on me. I told her I wasn't going to get rid of Shane. I knew darn well I was going to stab him in the back because I can't beat him. Everyone loves the guy. He's going to win this game 7-0. I can't beat him in physical competition. I lied to Frank multiple times, stab him in the back. I hosted my own funeral to stab Brittany in the back. It was ridiculous how much blood I had to get. I didn't want to play that way, but looking at you guys and how tough you were, that was my only option.
All right, thank you, Dan. Brittany, your question?
And this one's pretty simple. for you to answer. Why do you think you deserve to win over Dan?
I deserve to win over Dan because I took my fate into my own hands. I was one of the few players that just didn't take the alliance they were given from the start, and I decided to build my own destiny. Dan, he worked with Danielle as given, and he stabbed a lot of people in the back, which I played a slightly cleaner game.
Thank you, Ian. Shane, your question?
Why do I get a piece of paper that looks like this and everyone else gets a nice... Oh, all right. Thank you, Jensen. I appreciate it. We're good now. And apparently it's the same question that Brittany just asked. Satan. Dan. Why do you deserve to win over Ian, man? I mean...
Yeah, I completely understand where you're coming from. I know you're mad at me, but let's take a look at Ian. He claimed to have formed the Quack Pack. Me, you, Danielle, and Brittany were in an alliance. And if you can't remember, Brittany took Ian up to the upstairs HOH room in a dog suit by the leash and said, "You're our fifth vote." That's why we brought him in. And if that's not enough, I respect Brittany because she was puppeting Ian the entire time. They were good friends, but she controlled him. And he'll never admit that, but Brittany might. She had Ian by the leash, literally and figuratively.
All right. Thank you, Dan. Danielle, because you were just evicted, you get a chance to ask one question to either finalist.
Ian.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Did you know that Dan had a final two deal with me and that he was really going to take me instead of you?
I was not aware of that fact, and I really hope that's not true because he gave me his grandfather's gold necklace as collateral if he evicted me. So, he's not really right on the Bible. So there you go, Danny.
Danielle, you were right. I would have taken you to the end because you were my player. So, I would never turn my back.
There you go.
Ian, Dan,
His grandfather's cross.
gentlemen, men, in just a few moments, you'll each have a chance to make a final statement to the jury. When we return, Ian and Dan have one last chance to plead their case.
Dan's running away fast.
$1 million. Stay with us.